we go. There we go. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is Monday night, and you are here with us on the Fifth Quarter Sports Podcast. I am your host, Mr. Kevlar Treat 'em Swell. And yes, I always treat 'em well. Up here above me, we have Mr. Diamond Dirty D for life and the Kickstep King Coach. Hey, fellas, what it is, what it ain't. How we doing today?
Go ahead, Abe. Go ahead. I'm getting this check.
Oh man. Thank y'all everybody for tuning in first and foremost. What's up, D? What's up, Kev?
What up, though?
Good weekend of football, man. Well, semi. Lambeau won, Georgia won. Lost. It was eventful. And Monday, the Mondays come on around, man. But I definitely look forward to Mondays because we get to interact with each other and everybody else. So good to be here. Glad to be here.
Here we go, Dirty D.
Good evening, good people. Like Abe said, we got to see some good football this weekend. I'm just getting back in time from last night. I was in Orlando for the last 3-4 days, celebrating my mischief night, as I would say. Halloween horror night in Orlando, so enjoyed that. Got to be in the sun, nice weather, and enjoyed it. Me and the son got to get some QT together, and it was cool.
There you go. You have your costume on. You was running around. Your little Freddy Krueger mask.
Not this time.
Not this time. Man. You said you was in Orlando. What you did? Universal?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't
Universal. Yeah, you know what? You need to come with me next year. You will have a ball, sir.
Just let me know.
You would have a. Yes, sir. Yes.
You drove down there or you flew?
We drove down there.
Oh, damn. Orlando. That's only a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, it ain't that far. No.
Funny story before we start about Orlando. I used to ride with a car club back in the day, and we left out of there. We went to the Orlando Classics. They have a big football game down there, and there's also a big car weekend. They usually do a car show and all this other stuff. We left Sunday morning at like 5 a.m. Man, we made it back to Atlanta in 3.5 hours. Hauling. We would get to, I look down. Now, mind you, I was in a V6, right? But I'm keeping up with a cat that's got 700 horses to the back wheel. Hauling. I look down. We was going 125 all the way up that damn highway. Woo. Anyways, man, fellas, we did it again. D. Because you look a little distracted, so I'm going to call you out. We did it again. We are bringing another guest on this week. Man, now the resume, let me just break down a couple of things real quick. She got her bachelor's degree in business administration, currently owns and operates her own business. It is a salon here in Georgia, College Park, to be exact. She is certified in the medical field, where she has also worked for over 30 years, and as a medical instructor for 15 years. And she believes that she was put on this earth for one thing, and that is to help the lives of others. And the biggest reason she's on this show right now, aside from all those amazing things, is she is a football referee. Coming to the stage, Miss Debbie Daniel.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing?
Amazing. How are you tonight? I'm sorry, my hand claps are a little delayed here. There we go. Man, you deserve all of the praises. So let me just start off by asking you this. With this amazing resume you've got here, how did you get into this whole field of being a ref?
Well, first, let me just kind of go back real quick. I'm actually a basketball official.
Oh, I read my note wrong. My bad.
Ball in. So as far as me becoming a referee or official, my boys played basketball from the age of 3 all the way to high school. And of course, they're no longer in high school. So, and I love basketball, from middle school myself. So me having boys and them playing basketball just made everything perfect. And now that they don't play, they stopped playing, I was like, you know what? Well, what am I going to do? How am I going to interact with the game? And my uncle, who passed away last year, he was an official for about 45 years. And he said, well, why don't you just be a referee, an official? And I was like, well, how much they get paid? That was the first thing. And then, we had a further discussion that it really isn't about the pay. And I just decided to do it. And now that's what I do.
Now, real quick, what kind of mom were you on the sideline when you was in the stands? Was you down there telling the son that he needs to do better, or were you down there yelling at the coach?
Woo, yeah. I was that mom that does all the yelling, that runs with the child, set the referee. Oh yeah, get a fast break. I'm running with you. So, I just really just inspire my boys to just do well. Like if I didn't cut up, if I wasn't that mom, they'll look back at the stands like, where you at? Like, I don't see her. I don't hear her. So, yeah, I'm the loud one.
Well, aside from that, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, of course, I have 3 wonderful boys. They are grown now. So now that I am free of babies, I actually pursued another career. I was in the medical field for about 30 years. I also taught post-secondary for about 15 years. So I taught things like medical assisting, patient care technician, billing and coding, whatever it is that pertains to medical, you can pretty rest assured I taught it. And again, it's post-secondary. So for those individuals that not necessarily want to go to a 4-year institution, but I just got, they're out of high school, what do I need to do? So we go get a trade, right? So I began to do that in 2007. And during my career being in the medical field, which is what I absolutely love to do, was helping people, I decided to take a venture and go into become a licensed esthetician. And that is currently what my business does. It's more like a spa, like a beauty spa, to where people can come in and, do a lot of health and wellness and things of that nature, detox and things of that nature. So that's currently something that I do as well. Then I also referee. So I know it sounds like, oh, this girl do a lot of stuff, right? So me just being a referee just kind of adds that extra activity or something to do, keep me busy, enjoy the game, still see it on the floor, things of that nature.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Fellas, D, I know you got a couple questions lined up.
Well, sister, you've known me since I had this.
Yeah.
So,
Now, how long ago was that? What kind of hair did D have? That's the question I want to know.
Some good hair.
Oh, he was curly. You El Chapo.
Kev, I'll get them pictures to you later. David, my question is transitioning from a mom in the stands, cheering on her boys, and now you're officiating the game. Was it a hard transition? Because I tried coaching and refereeing, and I couldn't do it because I was trying to nurture the kids on the football field or on the basketball floor. And they were telling me, no, you can't do that. You got to let them be. So I said, I can't. I didn't put my hand into it. So what was the transition for you to do that?
Well, you have to, my boys are not on the floor, so it's a little bit different. You understand what I'm saying? it's other people's kids, but we still, our job is not to really parent, it's to really protect and guide them, keep the game in boundaries, but make sure they're not getting hurt. So that kind of came easy for me because I'm like, okay, I don't want none of the kids out here, whether or not they're 5 years old to whether or not they're 17-year-old, none of them, I want them to get hurt. So of course, my job is to look for things that may cause things to happen to our kids. And that's where the fouls and all this other stuff comes from, because that's not really a part of the game. You're doing something that may intentionally hurt somebody. So I still have a little mommy in me. I do give them the eye sometimes. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. They got there running their mouth. I give them that little eye like.
Enough.
That was actually gonna be my question. Do you ever have to, your mommy instincts kick in where you just like, all right, now I'll jerk you up?
Yeah, the instinct kicks in, and instead of me saying, okay, I'm gonna snatch you up, I'm more like, you want to make your way to the bench?
Now, Vincent is your brother, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, he had a good question in here for you. Have you ever had to make a tough call and the crowd gets ugly with you?
Ooh, bye.
Unreal.
Let me tell y'all something. The truth of the matter is, every call is gonna be an ugly call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just telling you, whether or not
it's one way, yeah.
Yeah, because one team is not going to agree with it and the other team is going to agree with it. You know what I mean? So really, it just, it's hard to please them. But if it's what I saw, if it was truly a violation or something like that, then I have to call it. So we don't have any connections to any of the kids. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to make sure the game is flowing like it should be. But the crowd... I have had a call to where a parent didn't like it. But at the same time, I mean, what do you do? I mean, there's nothing that a parent can do. You know what I mean? So, and my question is your child okay?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. If they're okay, then let's keep it going. But
gotcha. Go ahead.
The question.
So do you referee both female and male games? And if so, what are the big differences, other than dunking, that you see? And is there a like for one more than the other?
I referee both girls and boys. Now, girls, some of these girls out here are some bad girls. I mean, you're like, did she really just do that? So, but at the end of the day, the boys are the boys. Like, they gonna get into it. The same thing with the, WNBA and the NBA. You know what I'm saying? It's more the, NBA. So, but again, not to take anything away from the girls, there are a few girls out there that are really good. And then the majority of the girls are still learning, right? The boys, there's a lot of good boys out here, y'all. Like, these boys you can tell some of the kids that put in the work. You can tell some of the kids are naturally talented. I haven't seen not one young lady dunk, but I definitely have seen quite a few boys dunk, even the middle school boys. And you're thinking, what grade he in? 7th? How he able to dunk like that? You know what I'm saying? So you get more action with the boys. The game moves so much faster with the boys. And I mean, not to really take sides, but I got 3 boys and I just love the male part. I choose boys.
That's right.
And I'm glad you said that because we've had the discussion on here, not hating on the WNBA, but we've had the discussion before about, how do you attract more viewership to the WNBA? And we always come to the same conclusion. It's not as exciting as, watching the regular NBA.
Yes.
Now, Kent had a question down here, and I'm guessing I know the answer to it now, but what age group do you referee?
All age groups. We did, I think it was 5, 6, because I refereed AAU, rec league, and middle school and high school.
Okay.
So from rec league, they start as early as like 4 and 5, I think 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Again, on up until 12th grade. And private school too. Yeah, private school.
Now, with the track that you're on, do you have any plans of going further? Because I know you have to start, somewhere, but do you plan on maybe going up to the college level and maybe trying to get into a higher level than that on a professional side?
That's definitely something that my mentor is really talking to me about. She wants me to progress, but I want to really take my time and really get to know the sport, the rules, because guys, the truth of the matter is we can think we know basketball all day. Like I just knew I knew something about basketball until I got the rule book. And I was like, oh, so that's not it ain't no such thing as that. They was like, no, it's not. So don't get out there and call that. I was like, what? So again, just learning the correct rules of the game. Want to, and of course I have my other business and other things that I'm doing. So I don't have the 100% time to put in to move up to, college, D1 and all those type of things. But maybe eventually, I will. We'll see. We'll see what these knees talking about. You know what I mean? What the knees. If the knees agree with it, then yeah, we good.
Let me see how I wanted to ask this question. Have you had to act like the Debbie I know, or you had to act like professional Debbie on the court? Because I know you can
I ain't gonna even hold you. I did. I did one time. It was at an AAU game though, right? And AAU, it's a little bit different, right? Mm-hmm. They don't, although we know the rules, sometimes AAU, because it's really sponsored by the parents, they get the money through parents and things of that nature. Sometimes they don't want us to do certain things or call certain things. But at AAU, I have had a coach. It was a coach. Okay? The coach. I think they was like, I don't know, maybe like 8 years old. They're still learning the game, sir. So, sometimes we don't call everything that we see, because if we call everything that we see, we're stopping the flow of the game, right? And then we also got to understand that they are learning. So when we're out there, I'm saying, hey, get out of the paint. I'm gonna call 3 seconds. We're trying to coach them along the way. You know what I mean? So as I'm trying to coach them along the way, give them a little bit. You got coach on the sideline cutting up this, that, and the other, whatever the case may be. At the end of the game is over. They lost by a huge lead. It wasn't like it was close, nothing like that. And he felt the courage to come over to me. Now my partner had already walked off, right? Because we thinking everything okay, he felt the courage to come over to me and say something to me. So I'm just kind of looking at him, and what he said was not truthful. For one, it was his son was upset that he got we teed him up. So his son didn't say something that was truthful, and he believed his son. That's what parents do. I get it. But what you has to do as an adult is come to me. First of all, you ain't supposed to come to me, but if you do, you got to come to me right. And of course, people don't really know how other people are. Be ye careful. So when he came to me, he started cutting up. that 404 area code, that 30331.
Came up out of it.
Yeah, this is what you about to get. You're not finna play with me, and you're not finna do those type of things, right? But at the end of the day, yeah, I have had to show it one time before, and that was that. He backed off though.
And we have a female coach out of Louisiana. She was on the show last week. She's been on a couple of times. And one thing that we always ask her is, being a female in a predominantly male-based world, do you sometimes get some backlash or have those folks that try you up like that?
Yes. As a female referee, absolutely. Absolutely, guys. Some men are just that way, right? They just, like, I'm the man, and what I say is what I say. And if I get aggressive or if I say it in a certain way, it's going to intimidate you. And that very well happen with certain females. But when you have certain females that have, more like me, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work, because again, you also got to keep in mind that I'm trying to call the game according to the rules, not according to what you think the rules are. Right? Because even coaches don't know the rules. They don't know all the rules, right? We have to tell them certain things. So men, they will definitely try you. They will definitely try to intimidate you. And that's the importance of knowing the rules, reading the rule books, knowing the rules, and applying them in the game.
Now, this is my last question that I got here for right now. We've talked about how in football, there's a flag on basically every play. It just don't get called all the time. Can the same apply for basketball? Because as you just mentioned, there's a lot of the times there's stuff going on, but you don't want to call it and mess up the flow of the game.
Yeah, it can be nothing. If it's something that's going to displace a player, or something that is just, then no, we're going to call that, right? But if it's something as simple as let me find, like if it's a travel, we're gonna call it. Let's just say it's illegal. They touching, right? You touching, because we're really not supposed to be touching the player, right? But you touch, or you touch for an extended period of time. I'm like, hey, get your hands off. I'm telling you before I make the call, get your hands off. But again, it depends on the level of the player, and it also depends on what age group we're doing. Now, if you in the 12th grade and you riding him, I'm calling it, because you too big, you know better. But if you're 6 and you're trying to, I'm like, hey, get your hands off, hands up. And then they'll be like, and then they try to run with them. So again, it's about educating them, teaching them so they can progress, because you don't want to discourage them, right? If I call you for everything, it messes up the flow of the game, one, and then the kids are going to get frustrated, and then they're going to also foul out. So now who playing? So let's teach them. Let's teach them the game while they're having fun. And that's what we try to pretty much focus on. Now, again, at high school, we're going to get you. Especially the boys. Because they'll get very aggressive. If you don't handle it, they'll become very aggressive. And then a game can get out of control at that point, because we let them do too much pushing it. It's too much. Get it, control the game.
Yeah, I have another friend that when I talk to you, they kind of reluctant to come on the show and talk about some of the stuff. And I was like, have there ever been a time that you had to get control of the game? And he informed me that he go talk to the coaches before the game, and he didn't have to take up some people just to get an understanding. This is not going to go this way, and this is the beginning of the game. And I see, Bo asking, are you reluctant of calling technical fouls with the older kids?
Reluctant? No, ma'am.
Yeah, that's what he asked. He said, "Are you?"
No, ma'am. I'm not reluctant to call a technical foul on the older kids. Absolutely not. These kids be out here cussing, baby, and that I mean that's the part that you can't do it. They are out there, I mean, just taunting.
Mm-hmm.
Those things that we call technical fouls on. But no, I'm not reluctant to call technical fouls. But I do. Let me also tell you, I do say, hey, chill out before you get a tech. I'm gonna throw that out there real quick. We don't have to. But I do, because I want them to understand that what is something that you're doing, what that right there that you're doing is not a part of the game and you can't do it. So, hey, chill out before you get a tech now. And then some of them won't. And then, some of them, when they don't, either I call the tech or my partner will come in and call the tech.
You doing your job.
Right.
You're doing your job. There's another question here asking how many years you have been doing this.
Guys, I've only been doing this since last summer.
Oh, wow.
Last summer. And when I tell you, I've done so many, so many games. Because there's a need for referees. Do you guys know that?
That's what I was just gonna. I was gonna bring it to their attention because I was at a football game at my stepdaughter's game, and the guy came over to PA, and he said it like, "Hey, we was in the Camp County, the Camp Memorial, and the guy said, "Hey, we need referees. It's a shortage. We need able bodies. We need this." And I've heard that it's a shortage on referees, and I see they just need some people to be out with these kids.
Yeah, there's a wide shortage of referees, and we can discuss why in a few minutes, but the need is there because we need to have something for these kids to do, y'all. It's really, you think about it, it's bigger than basketball. Okay? It's bigger than basketball. But while we have them, if they're doing basketball and we have control of them like that, we can kind of teach them, guide them, right, into the direction that they probably want to go, whether or not it's sports or not sports, right? But you have to have a referee in order to have a game, period. And the minimum is 2 referees. That's the minimum. So a lot of people get away from wanting to do it because of, you just kind of guess. Why do you think people get away from officiating?
Either that or confrontation with the parents.
Oh. Money.
No. You say money. What you say, Kev?
I said either the money or the confrontations from the parents, the backlash that you can get.
It's more so of the confrontation that we are put with. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's whether or not it's from the parents or it's from the coaches or it's from the children themselves. Like, it's just like we're the bad people, but why? When we're out here to try to keep order. The same thing with, I guess I can use an example with the police officers, or back in the day it was called officer friendly, right? But when they try to keep order, they become the bad people sometimes, right? Sure. So we can't please everybody. But if I can follow the rules and keep the game under control, then I'm doing my job. And it's not necessarily pay, y'all, because let me tell you one thing for sure. I'm not up there, but these referees get paid some good money. And I definitely enjoy the pay that I get. I ain't gonna hold you. But if you get higher, you get higher and higher, you're doing college and all this stuff, they get paid good money, y'all. So if it's people out there that are looking to become a referee, I mean, the kids need it. It's for the kids. It's not for us.
Yeah.
So I hope I answered that question.
Yes, you did. Yes,
you did.
We always commend Coach Abe and what he does. They have a travel football, a national. Let me say that. Let me get it right. A national football team at 11 years old, and they travel the United States whooping tail. They ain't lost in like 3 years. But I let Abe go. I'll let Abe talk about that.
Okay.
I mean, just being a coach, I know that we definitely passionate in the heat of the moment in the game.
Damn.
So how is that? How
1,500.
do you navigate? First off, how do you navigate having a business and reffing like you do? I want to see Superwoman cake back there somewhere because I know it's a lot trying to do that and refereeing as many games as you say you have. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the good part about it, one, because I have my own business, I can block my schedule to be at a certain game by a certain time, right? And typically games don't start till like 5, something like that, right? And it's certain days out of the week, so it's not every day. You don't have a game every day. So me being able to kind of get away from my games, that's easy for me. What was the second part of the question now? It was another part. Y'all remember?
How you manage?
First off, just dealing with the interaction from the coaches. I know you get
because Abe discussed out many refs in his years.
we haven't had a female ref as in either of our games. I don't think.
Yes, she did.
But we did. She must want
your homecoming game. She was on the other side of the field. Yeah.
Yes. You're right. Would you ever consider another sport refereeing, or is basketball just your first and only love for it? As far as
no, I'm definitely considering other sports. Basketball is just my number one love because that's just the game that I actually love. I definitely enjoy watching football. I just have to become a little bit more knowledgeable about that one. I have definitely started doing some training for volleyball.
Okay.
Nice. And then I'll kind of I may step into football. I said I was going to do it earlier this year. I still haven't ventured out into it yet. But I mean, multiple sports, it's okay, I think, because a lot of the referees do more than one sport. Right. But it just kind of depends on, your overall health, or, if you can manage a lot of the movement, the running, and the things of that nature.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely consider more.
David, he's asking you that because he's trying to get his own coach or referee and staff together. I know what he's doing. It's trying to get his own. It's a short football.
That whole little league football referee scheme is just
it's out the window now.
They all.
I mean, it's just tough. It's tough. I commend them for what they do. And football is a physical game. And as you said, the same with levels, age groups of it. They still learning. So as good as our kids are, we ain't lost. But they still learning. They still just 11 years old. So they haven't got the full, aspect of what they can bring to the game and what the game can bring to them. But I know it's so hard for you to not coach. Well, I know it's a difference with the age groups and you find yourself coaching the younger kids when you out there versus the older ones, like you say, hands up. Stuff like that. So I can definitely see how that's, especially in basketball.
Right. Right. Absolutely. Now with football, I don't know about that. I probably running from them. I don't want to get tackled. I'm just saying, I don't know. But with basketball, it is definitely easier because you can talk to them. Like they can hear what you're saying specifically. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So. And they can make the adjustments right then. With football, it's a little bit more different,
That's real.
That's real. Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Coach Abe. So your boys are really good, and you say they're always winning, right? Mm-hmm. How would they handle? How do you think they would handle losing a game?
I don't know. Well, and they don't ask me this. Like I think Kel asked me, Darren asked me, and the other hosts who used to be on here asked me as well. But I just really don't know. The closest thing we get to it is some of these tight games where we have to, somebody might score first or stuff like that. But just actually losing, I can't say that I know, because it's just so common that we winning. You feel what I'm saying? Now we've lost when we played against older kids, like one of our parents said, but just an actual 11U team or a team that our age group, no, and I don't want to prepare for that day, but
let me stop this. Let me stop this foolishness. Let me stop this foolishness that he's talking about. No, they haven't lost. Me and Kev have witnessed it, and everybody that watched has witnessed this. They're lost if somebody scores on them because they let them know they bleed a little bit. That's the only thing I see. The win is they get scored on. If a person gets 10 points, they bet on if they go if they don't score on them. You know what I'm saying? This is how this starts, and damn it. It's a child out there, biggest brother-in-law, and he's 11.
Stop playing.
At 11 years old.
We have proof. Me and Cam heard a referee come off the sideline and say, I'm not hitting that boy. He's too big. I'm not going to block him. He's too big. They're 11 now. They're 11. Just remember when your boys was 11.
Right.
These are not your boys at 11. It's two of me out there. It's two of me out there at 11.
For sure.
Oh my God.
Sure. And when I tell you are beating these boys, I mean it like D just said. I mean it's a wonder if it's a miracle if a team scores on them because they go out here. I can't tell you how many times we've gotten on this show. We like, hey, how bad y'all did y'all win this weekend? Yeah, about 46-0.
What?
Yes, that's happened.
2.
But still, it be some tight games where team plays hard, whatever the case may be. We be shorthanded, just like we went out to play in Bullhead, Arizona. We had 16 kids. You feel what I'm saying? So, we had big linemen playing special team, offense, and defense. So it's just a testament to them kids' hard work. We try to put it in them, and and the product be on the field, but when you asked me that, I didn't want to say we not gonna lose, but I was trying to be political with it.
Well, I get it, but you also got to prepare them for losing.
You're right. You're right. And especially when they go to the next level, because it ain't gonna be no Lambo in middle school or high school. Some of them might be fortunate to go to great situations after this. You feel what I'm saying? But I think that will be, Lord willing, I think that would be the time where they will learn by losing instead of with us.
Don't let this man fool you. He just being humble. If you see the comments, I know them. They done been to Carolina. They done been to Carolina. They done went to Texas. And they done went to Vegas. They go over there. It'd be a lot of trash talking, man. They travel. They come back with all the trophies. I done seen everything. Throw out.
Wow.
Now we didn't see them in a tough fight. Now I don't know.
And those are great. Those are great just for making them and not get them so comfortable with that. That's why me as a coach, I like the tight games because it make the kid you're not in no comfortable 44-0 move. You feel what I'm saying?
Correct. Correct. Well, I know just being out on the court for basketball, you can tell those young you can tell the individuals who are not really used to losing. Their whole attitude is different. And especially if you make a call against them, like they feel like I don't do no wrong because I'm good. You know what I mean? So, and it just kind of, you feel like, hopefully I don't hurt the little child feeling, but you committed this foul, or whatever the case may be. But I don't know. I just want for them to be able to handle things overall, winning and losing. As kids, they have to be conditioned to know that, hey, sometimes we're gonna get drugged, like for real. For sure. And then sometimes we're gonna be the one dragging.
Now in that, as a ref and as a mother, have you caught yourself having to show restraint from maybe the way that a coach was talking to a kid, or maybe you can't raise nobody else's kids like that, but maybe a parent on the sideline maybe saying some stuff that they probably shouldn't to a child?
Well, unfortunately, I've done both. It's been the coach and the parent. It was both. I mean, well, y'all, I'm telling you, it is what it is. Like my boys, my two youngest boys they're very close in age. They're 13 months apart. So every other year they will be on the same team, right? Especially if they played with. And they were really good, very good. They were small, but they were really good with handling the ball, defensive wise, stealing, things of that nature, right? And it would frustrate the kids. It really would. And there was a situation where a little boy, my youngest, stole the ball and scored on him, and he didn't like it. So when they inbound, of course, they get the ball back. You inbound the ball. My son steals the ball again, right? You're already frustrated from just what happened. So what he did was he just literally ran over and he just pushed my son. He just, right? So of course they called a technical foul. But before the technical foul was called, I'm already on the floor, right? But I didn't come on the floor for the child, y'all. Honestly, I came on the floor because I'm looking for your brother. Because the boy was big, my son was small. So I came on the floor and I'm looking for your brother. Like, where you at? Because y'all about to tear him up. Y'all. So of course I got the tech as a parent for coming on the floor. But I just need you to understand that something don't happen to your brother. Where you at? You about to show up. That's all I'm saying. And that was the parent, that was the mama part of me, Sure. As far as the coach, son was in high school. I don't know. Now I will cuss at my kids. Don't get me wrong. I try to talk to them right, but sometimes they'll push you. But I don't. She a fool. You get a cuss word every now and again. You make me real mad, but I don't cuss them out, right? And I'm a single parent, so my boy's father was not in the household with me. And I trust coaches when I put my children in your care that I'm not saying that you can't get on them. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that behind closed door, as long as you ain't tearing them down. I'm not saying you can't say a little cuss word at them. Coaches. You know what I'm saying? But the issue that I had was they were warming up for the game. People are in the stands. And I don't know what my son did. They were just doing their regular little layups, going around, and the coach said something to my son, but my son kept walking to the back of the line, because they warming up. He was listening, but he kept walking to the back of the line. And all of a sudden, he didn't know I was there because I had on big baggy clothes. I had my hoodie on my head, and I was sitting up at the top. So coach didn't know I was there, but he ended up.
That's after the pig game.
Oh no, this is actually maybe 2 years ago. And the coach says, "Don't you effing walk away from me." Are we at practice? Are we literally in the game? Mm-hmm. Well, all these parents, the kids, the other team, all these people around, and you gonna say that?
How that was high school?
High school. Hold me, Holy Ghost. When I tell you, I skipped every other bleacher to get down there. Every other bleacher. And I made a little baby scene. It wasn't a big scene, it was a baby scene, you know. But I let him know that I got you. I got you. And I honestly, I was very upset and very irritated, y'all. And I wrote this long email to the principal. I mean, did y'all know that your emails can actually stop? That you can't type. It'll stop and say,
so it was so long you ran out of characters.
Yeah.
Look, that was a memoir you wrote.
Oh man.
It was like, you can't type no more. I was like, dang. But yeah, I take it that far, y'all, because I was really upset. It's about respect, and they're in the 12th grade, and it's certain things you do in practice or behind closed doors where the parents don't see or other.
That's real. That's real.
Don't see. Yeah, you don't do that. You don't.
That's
you know.
Real.
You know.
And just
so
and I don't want to play. And I don't. I'm not playing devil's advocate at all because I know that how it is just period. Because I've never had that interaction like that with no kid and parent either. You feel what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But just it's so hard just not to get caught up in the moment, passionate about it. A kid may not be doing what you feel is right, may not be hustling, whatever it is. But I definitely agree. You have to keep stuff like that in practice versus the game. You feel what I'm saying? You can blow up. You're gonna blow up on them in practice. I'm guilty of that. All the coaches I coach with guilty to that. But in the game, you slap them on the helmet. Just talk to them and move on from it. But I definitely understand how that basketball and that age group how them boys older, they feeling themselves.
Yes,
they might feel like they right. That's what I'm saying. So,
exactly.
And the coach being a man as well, he don't want to feel disrespected. You know what I'm saying? So if he feeling like that and the kid feeling the way, it's gonna be something. But it's best to handle that in practice. And after that, if you chump them out, cuss them out, whatever, you got to build them back up. That's the whole, point of it. And when you do that in practice, both ways, break them down, build them back up. In the game, you just, like I said, they mess up. Hey man, slap them on the butt, right? Go on to the bench, whatever.
Right.
So I definitely disagree with the in-game blow-ups. I definitely disagree with that.
I think as coaches, as officials or whoever, teachers or whatever, you have to know how to correct the kids. And then you also have to know your kids. You know what I'm saying? Because it's, as a parent, it's certain things that I cannot say and do with one that I can say and do with the other, because I know the temperament of this one. And I understand this one right here a little bit more sensitive. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I need to go another way with it. So, and then it's also about that age group when you're trying to embarrass them, right? So, as a parent, as the parent of this particular child, I knew that he wasn't going to, he's not the type of child that just going to try to go tit and tat with his coach. He's not. He's just going to be like looking at you like, really, bro? He going to look at you, but I know it's hurt his feelings because I know him. So as a mother, I'm like, oh, so you trying to show out on my boy in front of me? let me come on down and handle this now. You know what I'm saying? So, he realized, and he came to me after the game, I want to apologize. That's the female in me, like, so whatever. But hey, it is what it is. I understand it's a hard job for coaches as well.
Well, fellas, do y'all have any final questions for Miss Debbie before we let her get back to her wonderful night? We have really enjoyed sitting here talking with you. You have to come back at some point.
I sure will.
I know we have some more wild stories.
I don't have a question, but I just want to commend you, on all you're doing. Congratulations to you on all your success. Hopefully we can, get you back on sometime soon, and maybe get you over in Little League land, reference some games.
Okay, I got you.
That for you, D. That for you. Congrats, though. Congrats. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I truly appreciate you guys.
David, I really appreciate you coming on our show here and giving us an insight of what you have going on. Of course, I know high school basketball is about to step in. I know we got NBA started. We'll be able to talk about that. I'd love to have you back on the show. We have some controversial stuff going on in the NBA, and I want you to, give your insight of what you see, because we go back and forth on certain things ourselves, and we'd love to get a official / woman's opinion about the game, because it's needed. It is really needed. And like you said, it is a shortage on officials for these kids around Georgia and probably across America, because we seen them get into a situation with some referees, and it was terrible. So, yes. So I do thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you guys. You guys stay safe, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Well, hey, real quick before you get out of here, go ahead and give your business a plug, man. Let them know where they can find you. Maybe some folks want to get in there. Maybe some folks want to hire you to come ref. You never know what might happen. So, give yourself a shout out and plug your info.
Okay, perfect. Well, again, guys, my name is Debbie. My business is Intriguing Images and Aesthetics Salon. I'm located in College Park, Georgia, by the airport. You can follow me on Facebook or Instagram, TikTok. Just plug up Intriguing Images .sd, ESTHI, Intriguing Images .sd. And hey, call me if you need anything. I do certain things like facials, body scrubs, back facials, foot detox. I do things like body sculpting. So again, if you ever need me, definitely call me.
So you can give me a 6-pack?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to miss with you.
Actually, I do have a machine. It's called an M-Sculpt machine. Y'all look it up. It's amazing. I do get on it sometimes. I ain't going to hold you. But it's like in 30 minutes, I put a patient on the machine for 30 minutes, and it's the equivalence of doing 2,500 crunches.
Ugh,
what?
I hate doing core.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep.
What?
Yeah. But also, your body fat percentage has to be down. Like, you can't be trying to get abs up under the fat. You know what I mean?
You gotta.
Right.
So if your body percentage is at your BMI is at a decent percentage, then you can put you on the machine, and it'll definitely, just contract those muscles. Yep, absolutely.
See, I got mine written down in here somewhere. I checked just the other day. I think I'm down to 18 and a half. Could be better. Could be worse.
Okay. Come on now.
Come on here.
I'm not trying to brag. Cal's trying to brag. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 18 and be at 81.
I told you, fellas, y'all can come hit the gym with me anytime you want. I'm there 7 days a week.
Thank you, David, for coming on. I really appreciate you for coming on.
Absolutely. I enjoyed you guys.
Yeah. And we cannot wait to have you back on. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Debbie Dan. Oh my goodness, man, that was awesome. That was great. Thank you. Shout out to Bo, Mr. Vincent Parker, for all the folks who see him in the chat every week, for hooking us up with that connect. Hey, there he is, right there. Enjoy your sis.
Sure.
Man, fellas, let's we're gonna play this ad real quick before we start jumping into the other subjects. Y'all sit back and enjoy a word from Too Fresh.
I'm doing it like the Falcon one or something.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
we gonna hear from KJ's Mobile Auto Detailing real quick.
This episode of The Last Take is brought to you by KJ's Mobile Auto Detailing, LLC. Hit up KJ anytime. He has same-day appointments available, y'all. Y'all got to hit him up. Same-day rain guarantee. Memberships available. Disinfectant, sanitization services, wash, wax, carpet shampoo, claying, steam cleaning as well. Hit him up at 470-214-1423.
Yes,
You're gonna
yes.
get a lot of reviews right on this.
Oh, hang on, I'm gonna go ahead and mute Mr. D up there. Man, Abe, you know we got a lot to talk about from this weekend, but one thing I wanted to hear from you. Tell us about your game this past Saturday, my man. I saw a little bit of it on Facebook Live. Saw y'all had a tight one. As you said, as a coach, you enjoy those tight games, especially as a winning coach. You like to see the kids get tested. So take a couple minutes and tell us about that, man.
Oh yeah, man. Shouts out to my Lambeau family on another victory this past weekend. We got a chance to swap paint with my boy Hilt. Hilton Rock King, who's been a guest on the show twice. I think he the only one who been 2 times. But yeah, man. So you know, it was just a story. It's a rivalry for me because I was there. You know, I coached there. I actually helped Hilt start the org. And just to be over here with Cole Howard, who I met, you know, I linked up with at ABA as well, you know, and, you know, just coming over here, being here for the last couple of years, been great for me. But, you know, just got a chance to, I think this is our 3rd time playing them. Good atmosphere, great atmosphere. It was free to get in. We packed out exchange. Played a real tight game first half. It was zip going into the 3rd quarter. Then you know we reeled out 2 good ones, man. Defense was playing lights out the whole game. You know it took out. You know we had a couple of mistakes on O, do a couple of interceptions, turn the ball over. You know it's hard to win games when you do that anyway. But just luckily we was you know, able to come out victorious as always, man. We stayed down, went back to that bread and butter power offense and smashed down the field. You know, 2 long runs to seal it. It ended up being, it was supposed to be 14 or nothing. I don't know why they did it 13. We had got 1 extra point and not the other, which should have made it 14. I don't know why they did like that. Either or, we won by 2 touchdowns. Shouts out to Hilt. You know, great game played by them. I feel like we left some out there. I think we all on our staff feel like that. But it's on to the next. You know, it's raring up for these league playoffs, and you know, state gonna be probably like a month from now, and also about a month and probably about 5-6 weeks from now, we're looking to take our talents to Wellington, Florida, to play national. So the season it's been long, man, but it's winding down. But like I said, great game played by Hilton, and we will probably play them again because I don't think one team will play state to say they national ranking. I don't want to just get all into that, but it happened last year. We played Hilton for state. I believe it'll happen again. They still have their league playoffs and championship to play against ATL Elite. You know, barring one on lose, which I doubt. So they'll probably play in the championship, and we'll see one of them in the state. You know, other than that, man, we're gonna try to close out these last couple of games. I'm not sure who all left on the menu. We probably pretty much done played everybody we can play who nationally ranked. The rest of it gonna be like just tune-up work for us. So season winding down, man. Another good victory. Shouts out to Howard, Val C, PV, all the whole coaching staff, man. And most importantly, all them kids out there.
Absolutely. Now let me ask you this: who was recording that game that we the broadcast we was watching, D? Because I heard a comment I don't know if you, I just know you tagged me in it. But I heard a comment where they said, "Oh, we gonna smack both these teams," and I just kind of I think they had on is there a shirt called the Red Dogs?
Oh, yeah, that's ATL Elite. We already beat them twice actually this season already. So, I mean, when you get up there and be in the stands, you gonna be talking. You feel what I'm saying? Whether you know it's on around you or not, you gon' be feeling yourself. You probably feeling good. Had you a few out there watch some good football. And truth be told, bro, a lot of folks think they can beat this shit from the stands. A lot of folks say, "Oh yeah, we can do this. He should call this." Hey man, get you a team together and come on out there. You feel what I'm saying? Other than that, we just trying to get better every week. That's all. Go ahead, D.
I have to agree with him. Y'all didn't quit filming these games and talking trash on the line. I don't know none of y'all players besides the ones I get introduced to, the ones I know from when we were kids, and I speak to them. I don't have no dog in the fight. That's my boy right there. That's my boy. The coaching staff at Lambeau, cool people, man. Cool people that invite us in to let us do what we do. Y'all leave these people alone. Leave these people alone. Just like I stated before, y'all get victories on scoring on them. Leave these damn people alone. Play the game. The kids are learning. I commend both Hilt team, Lambeau team, because them two teams I've, had intimate conversations with and stuff like that. Like that 6-point ball victory. You know what I'm saying? All y'all want to say is that you got a lick, that you hit him and he got a black eye, and then you didn't got your hand beat, but he got a black eye. So you want to go home and say, "Mama, I gave him a black eye," so you don't get your ass beat at home. But then when Mama come up there to the school, it's like, "Oh no, you got your ass." In layman's terms, if we must say. But man, I watched the game when I tagged Kev in it. When I tagged Skip in it, because that's how we watch it from the phone. We not around. I was in Orlando, and I'm seeing myself in Orlando, Florida, watching a LMU football game that was more entertaining than the Georgia and Florida game at the time. And I'm talking about the guy on the thing and the people around were like, "Oh, they on the ropes. Upset alert, upset alert." And I'm sitting there like, ain't nobody scored. So why is it upset? Because y'all supposed to put up 25, 40 points by halftime. This is what has happened to you, sir. Coach Howard, C.P., Bell, y'all got this bullseye on your back, and these folks just want to score. So I guess at the end of the year, what it's gonna be? We score more points on them than y'all. Is that gonna be the argument? Because the memes and the commentary that I've seen in y'all group, classic. We can make a show out of this shit if we didn't have the copyright. And why didn't put I want to know why y'all ain't put Abe head on nobody. Y'all didn't put everybody head on
Howard
everybody.
did one time.
Howard did one time. Okay. All right. And I don't appreciate y'all taking a picture of my boy on my show here and putting him up with his eyes and stuff like that. That was very disrespectful. Very disrespectful of you to do a like that. He don't bother nobody. I don't see him bother nobody. He show love to everybody. Coach Howard's a different man, but y'all don't mess with him. Leave him alone. Coach Howard with shit. I know he gets shit.
Bro who posted it. No, he cool. He just be fucking around. He good people though. But yeah, man, I don't want to dwell too much on because I know we've been going, but like I've been doing this for a minute, right? And I ain't always won every game I done coach, right? But even when the game was 0-0, right? Just no bull jump, no capping on that, right? I wasn't never worried. Like I felt like ABA was gonna win. You feel what I'm saying? That's just honestly, I did it. You feel what I'm saying? I just knew our boy had to, turned up a notch. So it's all good, man. I definitely appreciate the work. We just trying to get better every week. On our way to nationals. So we're gonna see what this week bring. I don't know who the opponent gonna be yet, but I'm definitely let y'all know.
Yeah, keep us in the loop. Keep us in the loop. Well, fellas, we
And like I
discussed.
said again, congratulations to y'all, man. The coaching staff, Coach Howard, Bell. See, all the kids, man, and just like David was saying, these kids are very humble. I done tried to mess with them on the sideline, and they dap me up, and it's like business as usual. So I never hear them talking junk to nobody unless somebody's poking at them. I do
Mhm.
see it.
Okay,
So that's good. Much love.
yes, sir.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, as we discussed before the show, I did not have time to get my overlays done. I apologize. I'm a busy man. But we're going to go ahead and get into some college football. Oh. And D, I like the way you phrased this. The Bulldogs went gator hunting. And we're not going to spend too much time on that
Oh, you
because
don't
we.
want to spend no time on that, do you?
No. We just knew. You know, y'all handled your business.
Yeah, and I told y'all, man, I wasn't scared of that. I wasn't like I was. I'm going to Neyland is gonna be an Ole Miss, but I think that's at the hedges. But I wasn't scared of them. You know, even the little 7-9 start off. Y'all was just playing up here. You feel what I'm saying? I knew
Listen,
that. I
boy,
knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't gonna last with them. But
listen. Go
go
ahead.
down,
Listen.
go down.
I got to go there because every year for the past 10 out of 11 years, I'm in Orlando. We go
Mm-hmm.
to a sports bar, we go
That's
wherever, and these Gator fans are in there. We the only ones with Georgia stuff on. And then I end up meeting some of
true.
Kale's brethren with
Okay.
hey, we from Georgia, kid. And, it
Now,
goes
hang
from
on,
there.
you know good goddamn well I ain't that country.
Listen, just stay with me. Just stay with me. And
Man,
they scored a touchdown. And you could have thought,
true.
y'all mean they had won the Super Bowl. And my cousin
Yeah.
said, he picked up his drink, he said, act like we've been here. Don't you say nothing. Don't you say nothing. By the time halftime came, the people were gone. And it's getting to the point. Carson Beck is getting comfortable, y'all. If
I
you paying
love him.
attention to the quarterback play.
You looking really
Y'all want to
good.
talk about Brock Bowers? We have other athletes on this team. I was questioning the running game, but they're getting comfortable. Defense, they find their way, but the offense is getting comfortable. I think we can score with anybody with no problem. I'm not scared of nobody in the top four. You see, in this Florida State matchup, Ohio State and Michigan, I'm really not worried about it at all. And I wanted USC to keep winning, but that's over with. So, go ahead.
The only
And
thing
Oregon, I want them ducks if y'all want to get some of this too.
with Florida State is the receivers. But other than that, I like us against anybody. But just out of that game, and I know Kill said we ain't gonna spend 1,000 minutes on it. Carson Beck, bro, he impressed me. He looked real good. So if he can keep that consistency, we'll be good till Brock Bowers come back in December. Because I think that's when he probably gonna come back. Get
I
to
think
Houston.
y'all gonna be fine either way. Even if he wait until the playoffs to come back, I think y'all gonna be fine either way. Well, shit. I guess the playoffs are in December. The last game's usually Thanksgiving weekend.
Bama be December 7th or somewhere around that.
Well,
Brandon, they
also,
win.
you just mentioned USC, man, went up against California, the 3-5 California. Shit, they had a shootout out there.
Yeah.
A shootout. Final score 50-49. Caleb Williams throws 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. D?
What you pointed at?
Because you said that their defense is terrible. And
You
bro,
did.
it
You said it last
is
week.
terrible.
But again, when we look at these games, like I said, I know we got a winner and a loser, but if you take things from these games, just like y'all as coaches, you
For sure.
look at these things. If a team is giving up 30 points a game, but they scoring 45 to win, it's holes over there in their defense. We gotta expose them. And they're getting exposed. And again, Lincoln Riley coached teams from Oklahoma. Now we're seeing the same thing rear its ugly head out there in USC. Where is your defense? Yeah, you can get the golden boy quarterback, which is fine. You know how
Keep
much Caleb Williams had to do to win that game? He had to put on the tape.
Yeah.
Because it's like the time he gonna sit down, they going back down the field, 50-yard touchdown. But damn. And Barn, and that's what I do like about college, the overtime system that they have in place. Because you know getting the ball on the 25 and doing what you're doing is one of the best in the game. I don't understand why the NFL don't take this. You can put them at the 40 or something in the NFL. I would say that and then see what you have. But it keeps the game momentum. And then as you keep going, now you gotta go for two.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna keep going for the field goal and keep this thing going. It's too much. It's too much.
What
And
was
it's a
that game
shame
that
that
went into like 12 overtimes a couple of years ago? It was one of the Pac-12 teams. I can't remember who it was,
but it's been a lot. Go ahead.
I will say too, Bat Alexander, be careful what you wish for, my brother, because you were so ready to get out of here, go West Coast. Oh, I think USC gonna be. Woo, 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 woo. You one of the centerpieces for that defense that's giving up almost 50. You should have stayed your ass here and got better, had good people around you, and boom, you would have been. And I ain't saying you're not gonna go first round now, but you would have stayed. So Bat Alexander, man, that's just crazy. I think he's a true sophomore, right?
Yeah, I don't. Maybe the move for him. I'm gonna say this in my opinion because I don't know the kid. Hey, and what gets me about it is an opportunity, or you don't want to compete what's coming behind you down there.
Yeah.
That's
Or they might have been breaking NIL. They might have been doing that too. So I don't want to. That's why I don't want to count them in the
speculate.
pockets.
but
Exactly.
I believe that when you see some of these kids that do go transferring out, they already have a relationship with somebody on that coaching staff. It ain't just we jumping ship and going. It's
That's
something a
real.
defensive
Yeah,
coach that
that's real.
probably might have been at Georgia or they recruited him well or whatever the case may be, or have a different vision for him on their defense or
That's real.
offense, by the way. You
Right,
know what I'm saying?
right.
It's just I don't want nobody to think like, oh, he's just gonna yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna keep my two rings just like that other gentleman, Benedict Arnold. I call him Benedict Arnold. The one
Too much.
down in Alabama, Mr. Number 3. I don't even say his name.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah, he's
forgot his
Benedict
name.
Arnold. He's Benedict Arnold to me. That's his name. Go ahead.
Well, fellas, I was actually happy when I saw this game. But you hear that? That's the upset alert. And let me tell you, them Hornets, them Yellow Jackets down there at Georgia Tech just upset old Drake Mayo and the North Carolina Tar Heels.
Mayo.
I'm Mayo.
Mayo.
I put this game up here, and it's because we haven't talked about Georgia Tech being a real 4-4 team, if you must say. But I wanted to aim to say something. I see a lot of people coming in. Do you got some players or somebody y'all that been around in y'all league on that Georgia Tech team, maybe?
Actually, a kid who played on Brandon Morton's team is on that team, and a kid that he came from Welcome Park, but I believe he went to I think he went to high school out there with where Hill coaches. He's a freshman wide receiver, true freshman. He's starting. Eric Singleton, I think is his name.
Yes. Georgia Tech
Horace Lockett is the defensive tackle that's playing for him as well.
So this what I've seen Georgia Tech. I'm not saying they're going to beat no Georgia, but they have found their footing. Because in these last couple of games, Georgia Tech been putting up points. They ain't just being a pushover. And I think they're turning the curve and getting athletes because they're letting the younger player play. And as their coach transitioning to get the ones in his system out there, they got a veteran quarterback that transferred in from Texas A&M, and he's playing excellent quarterback play. Can't take nothing away from him. Matt Brown, you gonna find yourself back in the damn booth. You keep dropping
I
games
mean,
like this.
they always start off a little ranked, a little overly ranked, and then
Mhm.
So
They
I,
love
I,
Matt Brown
I'm not
in
surprised.
the CFP.
Yeah, Matt Brown's safe. Matt
Yeah,
Brown's safe.
he ain't going nowhere. They just, I don't want to sound morbid, but they gonna let him die in that position.
Yeah, and he ain't
Oh
damn.
my God, King.
I didn't mean to agree with that, but
He since
but I
dirt
was,
was created. I mean,
let's just move on. Let's move on.
well, another just blowout. Them Utes. The Utes got. I mean, it was. We thought it was gonna be duck season out there. They had college game day out in Utah, and they was all hyped up. Pat McAfee had his shirt off, had the crowd screaming. The Ducks turned the shotgun around and blew them away. I mean, what was it? 35-6 was the final score.
I think when we talked about this, did I not say Utah was gonna bully him? Did I not say that? I'm gonna tell you, I'm that coach. What's his last name? God, the Oregon coach. Oregon
Yeah.
coach. He's brought over some of that, and I got to get a man his props. He's brought some of that nasty dog from Georgia because he was under Kirby. And Oregon is been. This is the most physical Oregon team I have seen ever. They went in a hostile environment. They were picked by every damn near on college game. They lose, and they
Yes,
put
sir.
their foot on their foot on their throat early. You knew the game was over at halftime, barring a miracle. Somebody getting hurt. Now, Bo Nixon is 30 years old, quarterback in the college team. He is that.
Almost. Yes.
He's found, and they're playing to his talents. It looks like now that Gus Malzahn was an idiot with this
Mhm.
guy playing over here with Oregon. They moving
I like.
efficiently, and I do too. And but it's amazing. It seems like they are the best. No, they're not the best team for Washington beat them. But it looked like we might have a rematch with them in Washington in the Pac-12 championship. And it's going to be another barn burner because USC, I don't see USC upsetting Oregon, or do they got Oregon? Because I think that's the only chance. Now, they got the Silver Water they got to play out there against Oregon State. Yes. And I'm going to tell you.
You just lost, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. We stayed up and watched that game in Arizona. I mean, it's crazy because their division, the Pac-12, is right now the best interesting college football. Did somebody else team that's the coming have something to do with us watching this conference? Yes.
For sure.
And it has made us watch this conference this year, and they're playing some excellent football out there.
And like you said, man, this the time now for the Pac-12 where it's a lot of good football. It's a lot of good football being played, but now some of them teams starting to separate themselves from the bottom. USC fell off. Prime them fell off. UCLA, they is yet to be. I don't think they're gonna do nothing. Now Utah falling off. You feel what I'm saying? And now that was a game I would expect Utah to win because, as I said, as we've all said, that home field advantage with college is something else, like no other. So to see them go there and beat them, and like you said, it's setting up to be a rematch. It's definitely Oregon and Washington seeming like they the top two in that conference. You might can have a spoiler somewhere around in there. That's Pac-12 is a little tough. I don't know who Oregon and Washington have left. on their schedules. But it could be a spoiler somewhere around in there. The Egg Bowl. I mean, not the Egg Bowl, the Apple Cup, whatever they call it. Washington State. If they ain't played them, whatever they call it out there. I know, and like you said, Oregon still got to play Oregon State, but it's set up for Washington and Oregon to rematch it. Run it back from last time, and a neutral field. Who knows what'll happen? Or do they have it? Or do they have it at?
They playing in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's nice. They playing in Allegiant. Okay, That's what's up. Okay. All right.
Ooh, well. Some big games to note for this week. We got Kansas State and Texas, which I think that'll be a good one over there in the Big 12. Notre Dame, Clemson, who cares? Let's see here. Georgia, Missouri. That one could stack up to be pretty nice. The one-loss Missouri. And I just saw two other ones down here. Oh, Oregon plays Cal this week. So we'll see if Cal can keep that same energy that they kept against USC. And the last, LSU and Alabama, Washington and USC. And I think one that could be interesting.
Oh, they play Washington this week.
Yep, they are in LA. They're at the Coliseum.
See what I'm saying? Like USC could play spoiler on that. I ain't saying. If you just ask, if I was a betting man, I like Washington just from what their bodies of work up until this point. But you see, USC could very well,
man.
D, what do you think about this Oregon State and Colorado game? I know Colorado's still in their first year, getting stuff figured out.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like we said, the film is out on Deion and company. He needs 2 more victories to get bowl eligible. They're gonna have to learn how to protect Shador. It's ridiculous now. Even I'm crazy at what I'm watching, but this is part of y'all don't have no running game at all.
At all.
Y'all put a fullback back there and try to establish some form of run. If you don't want to put him up on the center, double 2 backs on the side of him, let him stand there. He can pick who he want to hand it off to, because that interior line is getting their ass kicked. And I'm talking about lighting the ass kick. They lighting the ass. It's no way. Y'all got 2 turnovers in the game, and it's just getting to the point where we doing this. We're turning off the game because Shador hell of an athlete. As I said again, the defense can't stop a fly in a phone booth. They can't.
Yo, sir.
Funny. All right, so trivia question for you, D. When it comes to defense and sacks allowed, well, not for the defense, but sacks allowed, there's one team there's one quarterback that's been sacked more times than Shador Sanders.
Is
what?
Spencer Rattler.
Spencer Rattler.
Damn, as A was saying, my boy. Sir, just last week they had Shador, so that means he got sacked a lot this last game. Because it was Shador coming into the game, and for that young man to have to take a shot at halftime, and now as a coach, would you question the 2 coordinators that Deion has?
And that's my whole point. That's my point of us just even talking about this game, let alone they locker room getting broken in. That's whatever. But like you said, the film is out on them, right? And now they with this Oregon State game, and y'all remember probably about week 3, I read the schedule out, and I probably projected only 3 losses. This will, I think that they're 4-4 now, correct?
Yep.
Yes.
They're 500 right now.
So Oregon State, they probably not gonna win that game. I'm not sure who they got after that, but I know they got Utah in Utah last game of the season. So it might be in danger of not even being bowl eligible, man. And I hate that for them. I was hoping that they would to better their chances of getting better kids, coming next year, the portal or committing or whatever. But slide, man, and like you said, they ain't even trying to run the ball. And if I'm Deion, the head coach, you're gonna have to switch something up versus me getting my quarterback and my son killed back there. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a point where they got a little fad joke. I think he number 3. I forget his name, and I've been talking about him past shows. But like, bro, run the ball. Even if you got to give him 20 carries, now that's unless your defense put you in a bind. You gotta throw it. But if you just running your offense, you scoring, they scoring. Like, run the ball, take the air out, protect your quarterback. If you know your line is Lulu, and Lulu in my terms is such
garbage,
terrible. You know your line is Lulu, like, do other stuff to protect your QB and your son. That's all I'm saying with it.
Well,
do
go
you
ahead.
see him? If he keep giving the kids like this, you see him coming out?
Not this year.
Hey. Okay. All right.
It's his body of work now. Nah, I mean you could. Nah, he ain't gonna be no top pick.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, you know what? Real quick, just give me a prediction on this Bama LSU game, because I believe that one of these two teams could be in the playoffs when it comes down to the end.
How many losses LSU?
LSU got 2 losses. Bama has 1. So LSU wins. They got the same record as Bama.
He ain't a 2-loss team ain't gonna get in the playoff.
In the SEC, they got the same record.
Bama's 5-0 in the SEC. LSU's 4-1, so they would be even across the board.
I want LSU to win this game. I don't want Nick Saban. I don't have time to be playing with him down here in Atlanta, because we seem to like to play with our food when it comes to Alabama. And some freaky things always happen. Hey, I'm not saying that we won't beat them, but Melrose is getting better.
He's heating up.
We have problems with running quarterbacks. It's just what it is. Now, I want Benedict Arnold and them to lose, whatever. Now, this is the part where, what is his name? Kelly. Oh, Kelly, he got to coach his ass off, because he has a tendency of blowing games with all the talent. With LSU.
He beat Saban
last
year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, Saban gets very ugly and mean when he know you didn't beat him. And then he had a week off to prepare. So, but I'm going to pick LSU, Kevin. You really want me to tell you. I don't give a damn. I'm picking LSU.
There you go. Hey, what you got?
My heart says LSU, but my mind say Bama. Like you said, Milrose getting a little better. I just feel like Bama got some good momentum coming into this game. I don't be knowing about LSU, man. They so sometimey. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to pick them. I like the quarterback. I like number 8, the receiver. And I like, they always have decent DBs, but it's like, it's something with Brian Kelly where it just, I don't know. He can't win every big game. That's what I guess the knock on him is. He's a second tier type coach, but give me Bama. Get it.
Give you Bama. All right. Well said, folks. We are going to transition here.
Hey,
Oh, and we're gonna start off with these Atlanta Falcons. Baby.
Really, Kale. Kale, that's disrespectful.
I hit the wrong sound effect.
You be
Oh,
Yeah.
well, hey
Oh,
man,
man.
couple of points to the Falcons game yesterday.
Okay.
And I have to walk back some shit that I said at the beginning of the season. Well, I said this back in April.
Mm-hmm.
Will Levis might be okay in the NFL. Now, I know it was his first game,
You said it.
but Will Levis, they kept talking about, oh, he'll go first round, and they kept showing him, and he didn't go in the first round. I think he went in the third round. 4 touchdowns yesterday, 238 yards, no interception. That ain't too bad. Now, on the flip side of this, we've been saying the Weiss Falcons put in the backup. He can't be no worse.
Mm-hmm.
And Taylor Heineke proved that he ain't worse than Desmond Ritter. So, I mean, my question out of this, have the Falcons found their new quarterback? Now, Desmond Ritter, 8 for 12, 71 yards. Yeah. Taylor Heineke, 12 for 21, 175 yards and a touchdown. Yeah. But who would you rather see back there? Because Heineke was the guy in Washington, and he wasn't too bad. So, hey, man, as our resident Falcons fan, who do you want to see start the game?
Oh man, I want to see Heineke, bro. I don't see any reason for putting Dez back in there. He's not even seeing the play and the receivers and anticipating the throws like Heineke. Like I just watched it, everything, the difference in the offense from when he was in there versus when Dez was in there. So I have no reason to believe that Desmond Ritter is better than Taylor Heineke. Now, what I will say, each week we have been hanging our hat, and y'all know we don't usually associate this word with the Atlanta Falcons is on our defense.
Yeah.
And our defense let the Rook bomb them. Now, granted, one of them passes they could have called offensive PI, but I feel like Terrell, if you're more aggressive out there and not just willy-nilly after he pulled you, you don't do nothing extra to try to do nothing. It costs you a score. Now they call that score back. That's the difference in the game right there. But like I said, Bates got beat on a big one. He don't usually do that. And I guarantee you, and I'm gonna say a few more points about him, but I wanted to say this before. I guarantee you, Kev, Pittsburgh is on Will Levis' ass this week. All right, but Arthur Smith, man, if you don't keep Heineke in there, I'm gonna be ready for you to go because first off, I don't even see what you saw to start Dez over him anyway. You feel what I'm saying? Now, granted, he came in and he had to be mostly one-dimensional with passing because we were down, we were trying to come back, but he looked way more efficient throwing the ball than Dez. Defense, I can't expect them to play like how they've been playing all 17. So, I chalk that up. But if Heineke is in there from the start, those more opportunities for Tennessee's offense don't come because Heineke moved the ball. You feel what I'm saying? But it's neither here nor there. They say they took theirs out for injury. Bro, I know they say you can't lose your job. I know they say you can't lose your job to injury, but please don't put Dez back in there. That's all I'll say for that. So sad for Grady that he out for the season. We did get one of Derek one of these scrubs from the second or third team, whatever he is. He probably gonna come start for us. But I think what's gonna happen is we're gonna move Campbell inside and probably start Carter and Dupree at the end. But on to next week, man. We got the Vikings with a rookie quarterback. They ain't really got no run game, no Jordan Jefferson. Only one they got is Addison on offense. So
man, and they said Kirk Cousins is out for the season.
This is a game we should win. At this point, I'm just hoping to see Heineke. I'm not even gonna speculate how we're gonna come out there and play. I just want to see Heineke because I feel like he give us the best chance to win.
There you go. D, you add on that?
Let me tell you this. I told y'all at the beginning. Well, last year, Abe, when we discussed this, if Ritter was going to be your quarterback, you should have gave him the growing pains last year. We didn't see him in preseason, but I think they handicapped the kid. Also, you did put the kid, Arthur Smith, in a position to win on a coaching perspective. Now, the game yesterday, as I stated, they lost the battle, but did they win the war? Because there's 4-4. They're still at the top of the division, where it looks like they'll be battling them Aints for the division, which I want the Falcons to win because we don't check for those Saints. But a caveat to take away from Heineke's play, Falcon fans, they scored on 4 out of 5 possessions. William at quarterback.
And you probably score on 6 out of 8 if he started the game.
You think about that. 4 out of 5 possessions, and I was confident without Vance Johnson dropping that ball, Jefferson dropping that ball on 4.
And we were gonna move the ball. Yeah,
they was gonna win the game. I was not. The offense looks settled down. They look poised. Now, this is the only thing that gets me, and this is history of the Falcons, Kim, since I was a little boy. For some odd reason, we let everybody's new player shine on us. If they want a damn resume, when they first come in the league, start them against the Falcons. I don't know what this is about, but it happened since I was a kid. If it be a running back, a former player from the Falcons, third round, whatever, plan B free agent, some shit. They let them show out. Will Levis was not on anybody's radar to do anything this year.
And what make it so bad is even with that, we still as a defense didn't give up 400 yards of offense.
Yeah.
So that's what's crazy. And you gotta identify this. I see somebody say the special team coach need to be fired. Something happened on special teams that I might have missed in this game also. But still, game was competitive. Get ready, get Heineke. And I'm going to say this. Y'all can say injury all you want to. They just trying to say that, boy, that's pride. When you get taken out the game as a quarterback, out of any position in the NFL in the middle of a game, that is like sealing your fate for the rest of the year. Barring, as they say, major injury.
I went back looking for a concussion like play on if he got sacked or got hit in the
head. And Falcons, don't be over the line by injuries. Y'all already got in some trouble. You can't afford to lose. They afford to be lying to lose the draft picks now. So just go on and say to me in pride, you want to take him out, take him out. Let Heineke start. I told everybody at the beginning of the year, you don't pay no backup quarterback down there $10 million, $5 million this year, $5 next year for his ass to sit on the bench. He's gonna be y'all quarterback and let him play until y'all figure out this was an audition. Your boy had an 8-game audition to be the Falcons quarterback. He's not the guy.
But
last point, Abe.
Yes, sir, definitely. But I still feel like he can with better coaching. You feel what I'm saying? I don't feel like Dez is terrible. I feel like he wasn't put in the best position to be successful. You feel what I'm saying? Where it's for especially our passing offense where you kind of gotta wing it. Just see the man. If he ain't open, go off in it. You feel what I'm saying? It's doing nothing special, but he doing it often. So Heineke is just, a better fluid passer right now. So if that's what you want to do, because you don't want away from the running so much, you know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens this week. But if Dez trots out there this week, fellas, I might defan myself.
Well, let me talk about a fan base who is famous for defanning themselves.
Man,
And
play
D,
this.
and I play this because, man, it is not looking pretty out there. Let me
No
tell
pun
you.
intended.
Right.
No pun intended.
Oh, if you ask now, y'all know I'm a Cowboys fan. You ask any 49ers fan, they go look at you and go, "Well, we beat the Cowboys, though." And you ain't and you ain't 1 cent. They on a 3-game skid coming
Skitty.
into the bye week. Purdy went from, what was it, 9 touchdowns and 0 interceptions to 3 touchdowns and 5 interceptions in the last few games.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's going on out there, man? Obviously, you can't blame it all on Purdy. He don't play every position. He just plays one. Because I see their defense is slacking.
Man, kick their back in. We're going to kick their damn back in because somebody, that 49er fan that we've dealt with over the years,
We'll kick it back in. Look at D being Petty Murphy.
we got to kick these 49ers back in for one reason. I hear from that Shanahan had to go in the defensive meeting this week, Abe, and sit down and have a conversation to see what they doing. You know what I'm saying? The defense looks very out of sync. Purdy, like I told everybody, is he a front runner at the quarterback position? When they winning, they doing everything they want to do. When they get turnovers and they doing all this and these things, and for somebody to say, "Hey, Purdy would have played in the championship game, I have confidence they would have beat the Eagles." Shit me, because everybody that we see them playing with a defense or a better quarterback, listen to me closely, a better quarterback on the other side of the field, they have lost. Am I not lying? You had your boy. Now, granted, Cleveland got just a defense. So that was defense on defense crime right there. Kirk Cousins whooped their ass. And Joe Burrow might be back. Killer Joe might be back. They beat.
Persky.
When he's not throwing over 300 yards, he's turning the ball over. And I must say, Skip did say he didn't like the Trey Lance trade. He know ain't nobody behind him. So what fee he got? Now we got a question. He was concussed allegedly before this started. So 49 fans, y'all in a little trouble out there. You can't keep losing these games because you don't want to be on the road in the playoffs. That's not your forte. Go ahead, eh?
I mean, hell, at this rate, they might not even make the playoffs.
Yeah, man. I'm a little worried about. I mean, I knew Purdy was what he was. I know what Shanahan can do with quarterbacks. I know he can make them definitely look better than what they are. I think it's catching up with them just a little bit. I really can't say that I know if Trey Lance would have been better because he in Dallas. So, I really can't say he had the opportunity to have a job, and evidently Shanahan felt like Purdy was better. So, that's water on the bridge, I guess. But I'm just worried about San Fran defense, bro. Now granted, like you said, man, Kirk Cousins and she a gunslinger. He didn't even have Jefferson and Joe Burrow. Like I said in the group chat, the man is top 3 and he ain't third right now. You feel what I'm saying? So I knew, and we talked about it last week. I knew Cincinnati coming off a bye. Joe Burrow seeing what Kirk Cousins did, and he's a formidable passer himself. And you even got to see him get out of there with his feet a little bit too. So I'm a little worried about San Fran defense. I think that they it's maybe they getting on the field too much because they got no good quarterback play to keep the offensive continuity going. But it's not been a good mix for them. Now I don't know who they got coming out they bye, but I know Seattle is in that division and they 5-2. So is they're gonna have to settle up with that. I don't think they played each other yet. So that's gonna be a battle for the division. Luckily, they got 7 spots on each side, but I think they'll still make it.
Niners' next game is at Jacksonville.
Oh boy!
I hate to say it, but Goldilocks been balling. They won 5 straight now.
At Jacksonville, that means you got to fly across.
All right. Speaking of flying, that's for you, D. That's for you, D.
Boy, you getting better, sir. You are getting better and better each week. I gotta commend you, sir. You are getting better and better each week.
I gotta give you that one. Man, them damn Eagles did it again. They went to Washington and they got the W.
Sir, I gotta get on you because you have a habit, Kev, of doing some trolling in our group text.
No. Jalen Hurts was limping. I didn't say he was doing bad. I said he's hurt.
No.
He was limping.
No, I'm not talking about that. You said something about the interception rate. Did you not?
I did. And now Jimmy G leads it with 9 after the one he just threw.
Okay, but Hurts played lights out. 4 touchdowns, no turnover.
He did. But y'all ain't leading 2 minutes left in the game.
Wait a minute. Don't do that. That's a rivalry game. I told you last week.
I was on y'all side.
Yes, and they give us fits. I don't know. I was like, y'all got to get this together. And we seen a Julio Jones say he caught a touchdown pass, So I think we find our stride. I told you I'm glad we didn't lose the game. We get our mind together. Really? Hey, really? Okay. Well, I'm just happy where we at. I want to go and get this Cowboy game over with so I get your beard shaved.
I told you it'd be a goatee, and you gotta wait till after game 2, dog.
No problem.
I never go with game 1.
No problem. We just wait.
Abe, you got anything to add on that?
Yeah, same with. Even though Philly got the win yesterday, same thing with Philly at San Francisco. I'm a little worried about their defense. Sam Howell threw for 400, 4 touchdowns. Now, granted, they might have been. Was Washington winning that game at some point?
The whole game?
Yeah. Yes. So it's a rivalry. So I don't want I know how you get when you can. Sometimes your lesser opponent can play above themselves or whatever, but. He threw for 400. They had a 100-yard receiver, and Philly only had 1 sack.
To the most sacked quarterback in the NFL.
Yes, sir. So, like I said, it's a rivalry game, so I don't want to get too alarmed with it. But I don't like Philly having to win these little shootouts that they've been having to win. You feel what I'm saying? I did pick them to play the Falcons in the NFC Championship. So I feel hold on, relax, Kev. You gotta relax. You asked me about my point, right? I'm about to tell you. Yeah, so I'm worried about their defense, man. I don't like the shootouts. And I think they got the Chiefs coming up. I think they at KC in the next couple of weeks. Got a couple of nice little games where they gonna be playing some quarterbacks. You feel what I'm saying? So I will hope that this trend don't keep happening with their defense. Now I know you had to lose one or two to free agency, however that went, but I think you had all your bullets in your gun this week, and you only get one sack to the most sack quarterback. And Washington offense ain't well, but that goes back into it being a rivalry division game. So hopefully Philly get it together on defense. But right now, Hurts, AJ Brown, Swift, all them boys, they carrying that team right now. So
AJ Brown scares the hell out of me. I'll let you hear it. AJ Brown is the player that scares me this week because I know how Dallas.
Them this week?
Yep, we're in Philly this week.
Mm.
AJ Brown's the man. I'll tell you that. But
I'm gonna be honest with you. Your team scared me more than the Kansas City Chiefs.
Especially after yesterday. But, and I'll say this, even with the lead we had, I wasn't comfortable. I wasn't comfortable yet.
I'm just telling you, y'all scare me in this division game more than the Chiefs do. The only thing about the Cowboys is y'all your suspect running game. Other than that, we gonna have a knockout, drag out game, I believe. I don't think it's gonna be no blowout. We are giving up, like Abe say, a lot of points on the back end when scheme. Airbnb is running that offense over there. He does know how to scheme against the Eagles and things that you gotta pay attention to that, man. And boy, big game coming up. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but we blew the damn doors off of the Rams yesterday. I was very pleased. Had, of course, offensive touchdowns, had a defensive touchdown, and we got a safety on special teams. So I was happy with that. Final score was 43-20. Now, fellas, let's go ahead and move into these picks for this week. Now, D, we already know our game is on here, because it's for the lead of the division. Ooh, who knew that it was going to come down to this early? But, there's still a lot of football left to be played. But as it stands right now, yes. Because, we ain't worried about the Giants. We damn sure ain't worried about them. They showed us yesterday that they just don't know what the hell they're doing this season. But yeah, man, so I'm going to put this game on there. This going to be the first one. I believe we got the 425 spot. I told my wife that, we do Sunday dinner at her parents' every Sunday. And I told her we are going over there. Well, I will be on the couch watching it on the 80-inch TV by 4:15. I ain't driving over there after it starts. I want to be there.
Wait a minute. You told her or you asked her?
I told her. Get straight. I told. I told her.
Yeah, stop the cap, boy.
I told her. We're going to be over there.
Okay.
I told her parents too.
Well, we know where we going. A got to pick this game. We know where we going with it, so that's gonna be on A.
Let me go.
A Philly.
He didn't even take a second to think about it. No analysis.
I just feel like, and I'll say why. Because Dallas is definitely a formidable opponent, but I feel like Philly gonna make stops before Dallas will. Their defense will play a little more opportunistic than Dallas will. And that will be just a little bit more careless with the ball than Hurts will. Just a little bit.
I see both quarterbacks having at least an interception in this game.
It could be a chat. I agree.
I see both of them throwing a pick in this game.
I could definitely see that going, but yeah.
Somebody gonna get hurt on the Cowboys team. I just feel kind of
Damn.
somebody gonna
He
I'm
wish
putting it in.
injury on you, Cam.
Well, somebody gonna get hurt.
Cam.
It's gonna be
I'm
Darius
not
Slay
telling you.
coming up out of him whenever
I'm
CeeDee
not I'm
Lamb
not
runs by
I'm
him.
not I'm not worried about that. Did you see the
Man,
Kobe
y'all.
D? Did you see the Kobe D? The Kobe D boy. Well,
He's still
Jordan
a
the
little
Bulldog.
unsigned. I love him. I
All
love
right,
him.
what we got next? What we got next? Who you want to go
We
with?
got we got the Chiefs. We got the Chiefs and the Dolphins across the pond. They got they got the Chiefs by 2.5. I think this is the first time. I think Tyreek Hill versus his old team. I think I gotta check that. The Chiefs in some trouble.
Yeah, losing to Denver first time in what was it, 16 games, so 8 years. Since
The Chiefs
the last time they lost to him was when Peyton Manning was the quarterback in Denver.
and my opinion on this game, we haven't seen a good Chiefs game yet. They've been skating by, and this feeding Travis Kelce the ball every game is not going to work. I'm going to go with the Dolphins in this one. Yeah, hey, I'm going with the Dolphins. The spread for you is 2.5. It's 2.5.
I can't be mad at that neutral field site. That pick. They coming off a loss. Pat played horrible. Although their offense,
Hang on.
I'm good.
Yeah, I was gonna say that wasn't me echoing. I thought it was mine. All right, go ahead. You good, Abe? Chiefs or the Dolphins?
Chiefs.
You know what?
Yeah, I just feel like.
Go ahead.
I just feel like they lost. They're coming off an ugly loss. And Pat Mahomes not gonna play like that 2 weeks in a row. They'll scheme up, and even though Miami will have Jalen Ramsey back, Miami's defense is subpar. Tyreek will bust off a few, but I like KC on a good bounce back game.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. I don't think there's another quarterback in the NFL right now that holds himself to as high of a standard as Pat Mahomes.
Yes, sir.
And I know he is beating himself up about that game yesterday. And hey, no knock on Russell Wilson, even though your time has passed. But you know, I think Pat Mahomes is gonna bounce back, and we know Andy Reid. Shit, do we even know the last time that the Chiefs lost 2 games in a row?
No.
So, all right, D, what you got next?
We got the Seahawks versus the Ravens.
And that game's in Maryland or in Baltimore?
In Baltimore, they got Baltimore 5.5. This is an interesting contest. I'm gonna tell you honest God truth. The Ravens gonna beat the hell out of the Seahawks. I don't see Geno being able to withstand that type of defensive pressure. And actually Lamar is odds-on favorite right now. He's playing at the MVP level. That's my opinion. That's what I'm going with.
Well, y'all remember at first I had the Falcons Ravens Super Bowl. Then I changed it to the Falcons Dolphins. Then I changed it back to the Falcons Ravens only because, bro, the Ravens playing some ball, and I feel like Seattle they peaking, but I don't think they ready for that just yet. So give me Lamar.
All right, I'm gonna be the odd man out and take the Seahawks here, just because I want to see them get a lead on the 49ers in the division. They already got one, but I want them to make it a little bit worse. I want them to make it a little bit worse.
Yeah, they got a bye this week, so.
Yep. D, game 4. I see we got Texans and Bucks, Bills and Bengals.
Bills and Bengals. That's what we going with. Bills and Bengals. The Bills are on the road. They are 3.5 underdogs versus Cincinnati. Joe Burrow's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Mhm.
Joe Burrow's back, and I'm gonna take the Bengals in a 24-17 matchup in this one. I'm gonna take 3 points and go with Cincinnati. I just think we don't know what Buffalo team we gonna get.
True.
We just don't. Josh Allen seems like he has to do a lot for them to win. I see they signed Leonard Fournette this today. Your beard brother. They signed, and I just that lets me know something going on with the running game and things of that nature. But yeah, I'm going with Cincinnati. I just think they got a better complete team and find themselves and Joe Burrow's healthy.
Pick six. Raiders just now. Shit.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead, Abe.
I love Josh Allen, man. He got that gunslinger mentality, but I just think I said it earlier. Burrow is top 3 and he's not third. And Josh Allen is not better than Joe Burrow. So just off of the quarterback play, and I'm gonna trust Joe Cool before I trust Josh Allen. I know he'll give it away some kind of way, at least once. So for that, man, definitely give me Joe Cool.
There we go. Hey D, I'm taking the Bengals all day, but I want to add this for the last game. Colts are going to Charlotte, and I think the Panthers can pull it off. It's 2.5 point spread, 2.5 to the Colts, but I think the Panthers can pull it off. I think they're gonna have some momentum after getting their first win this week.
This is ladies and gentlemen, our snooze fest pick. This is
our toilet bowl game.
Yes, our snooze fest pick.
Give me Indy.
I'm taking the Colts too.
I'm gonna take the Panthers on that.
I'm gonna take the Colts too.
All right, fellas, give me 1 second here. Let me lock in the picks. Just to put it out there. Shit, there's no G in that. All right, so last week we had the games that we picked, the Browns and the Seahawks. D and myself took the Seahawks. A took the Browns. Boom, boom. Jets and Giants, we all took the Jets. Colts and Saints. I was the only one who took the Saints, and they pulled it out. Jaguars, Steelers. I was the only one who took the Steelers, so both of y'all got the win on that with the Jags. Man, the damn Steelers got to figure something out. Bengals, 49ers, we all took the 49ers, and we all took the Cowboys over the Rams. So we got a good little slate coming up this week. We will have some. Hey.
I want to say something, and did y'all catch this? The referees in these NFL games, there's been some suspect refereeing going on. I seen one of the players in Pittsburgh saying that they were calling penalties that had never been called. Even Mike Tomlin spoke on it. Usually, Mike Tomlin is not one to complain about the referees. He doesn't do that. So
the hit on Kenny Pickett should have been a foul that they didn't call. Or not Kenny, that quarterback.
And he's saying that they wanted the Jaguars to win. And that's we've seen some questionable quarterback play and referee calls in the NFL across the board. I mean,
yeah, like the Dolphins having 10 penalties and the Eagles having none. Yeah,
I totally agree.
Yeah, what steps should be taken? I mean, just from us being the armchair quarterbacks over here, how can you?
We just watching. We're watching.
It's the referee Illuminati, boy. They.
All right, real quick, fellas, I'm gonna play this ad. We'll come back and do the last takes and get up out of here.
Do you want to learn how to detail just like a pro? Then join us for the ultimate one-day detailing training class and ceramic coating certification in Atlanta, Georgia. We put together the ultimate detailing training just for you to teach you how to detail from start to finish, including exterior detailing, clay bar treatment, buffing and polishing, interior cleaning and conditioning, engine detailing. Plus, we're gonna teach you sales and marketing tricks on how to take your detailing business to the next level. This is gonna be a complete one-day training on November 11th at Gibson Detail Supply, and it's gonna be hosted by me, professional detailer Greg Masterson, and owner-operator Jamie Gibson. We're gonna give you years of detailing tips and tricks all in one day to take your detailing to the next level. This is gonna be a class that you're not gonna wanna miss. So sign up today, space is limited, using the link below or give us a call direct. Now this is gonna be on Saturday, November 11th from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. at 4305 Friendship Road in Buford, Georgia. Sign up today and learn how to detail just like a pro at the ultimate one-day detailing training class and ceramic coating certification. We'll see you there.
Yes, we will see you there. Coach A, why don't you go ahead and start us off tonight?
Oh man, I just want to thank everybody again for tuning in this week. We went 2 hours strong tonight. Thank y'all for tuning in. Hopefully it was entertaining to y'all. Hopefully we got some good points across. Thank you again to our special guest for the night. And I'm just glad that we in this time. It's usually October, November, where it's called the sportsman's dream, man. You could turn on the TV on a Thursday, right? Like this Thursday, you can probably have NFL football, college football, NBA basketball, World Series baseball, and probably even college basketball if they don't start it up yet. So I just love this time of year. I be hating the droughts like in the summer, man, where it don't be nothing to watch. But just this time right here, just help you appreciate all the sports. And like I said, it's a sportsman's dream. Thank y'all.
Same, man. Thank y'all. Thank you guys for tuning in again. Listen, hit the like button, subscribe, check us out. You know, donate if you like. No, we don't. I'm not that type to be asking for that type of stuff, man. But if you do give us a simple like, you know what I'm saying, send a star here and there. And it's something I want us to talk about and discuss. Thank you, Debbie, for coming on, giving us our insight. Thank you to the Lambeau family and all the parents, coaches, kids in the 11U group that do tune in and chime in. But again, be blessed, man, to be here every day above ground. Enjoy y'all every week. We enjoy doing this, and thank you.
Yes, like they both said, we enjoy doing this. D, that was a great point, man. It don't take nothing. I think, we won't be on here but begging for no money, but I think it's $1 to send some stars out. I know I've done it on a couple of other shows, and we've had a couple folks do it on here. Just show us that you enjoy watching us, man. That's all we ask for. It motivates us and makes us want to bring y'all more content each and every week. But yeah, man, I don't have nothing else in here. So we will be back same time, 8 p.m. Next Monday, bringing you the recap of all the games from this coming week. And in college and NFL, we have a bunch of good ones. So you don't want to miss it. We'll see you then. But until then, keep your beer cold and your wings lemon pepper, baby.